Morning, morning. Welcome to Shelley Beach in Portsea. This morning I've had to change my plans considerably. I intended to pop out and photograph Pulpit Rock, which is a wonderful, beautiful sea stack out here on the Victorian coast. But because of the stormy weather and, you know, the wet rocks and algae that I was going to get, I didn't quite fancy doing that in the dark on my own. So I've come down here to photograph these little jetties. There's a series of little jetties along here, little boat sheds on. So I'll set up and I'll come back to you shortly. So we're going to pop into portrait orientation, and this little jetty has a fantastic little dog leg, but to get the most of it I need to make sure that I am high enough so that the two pieces or the two legs of this jetty don't intersect. So I'm just lifting the tripod and camera just to gain that degree of separation. That's better, it does clear. And it's not quite focusing, even though we've got some, oops, a daisy. Just put that. So it isn't quite focusing, even though we've got that light. So I'm going to do my old trick, as I'm just going to pop out the light, just like that. That should give me something, and it does very easily focuses on the light source, so that's good for us. And now I need to decide what exposure time to give it. I think it'll probably be about 2 minutes. So we'll pop this onto manual. Up to round 2 minutes, and there we go. Second shot of the morning is nice and easy. Here comes the rain. Okay. Nice and easy shot of this beautiful jetty. Just got to watch this rain. Always a swine. The nemesis of the photographer. Someone's happy to be out. You may notice I'm here a little later than usual. Normally I like to get here for the twilight area, the twilight times, but unfortunately I decided with this rain that might not be a good idea. It might be a waste of my time, and so we didn't come out as early as normal. So a nice easy shot, very simple. Once we get Rafi out of the way, Rafi, come on, hey, come on. Yeah, go get it. So I have to throw him a stone. So just keeping an eye on this Instagram here. We need to pop it down far enough so that there's a little gap on the right hand side. I've focused directly on that boat shed. It's given us 20 seconds. We'll give that a go, and then I'll judge whether I like the movement of the cloud and the smoothness of that water. I've got a feeling that we may need to whip to the other side and get a little higher because the cloud's moving left to right, and there's not a lot of that dramatic cloud to the left now. It's really heavy off to the right, as you can see here. So it's quite dramatic. So that's the plan. So this one's done. First of all, we haven't blown anything, which is great. That histogram has done its job. And the second thing I need to do is just check the focus. Focus is great. And I just need to make sure we've focused and we've caught just on here on the left hand side. As it's only 20 seconds, we're not going to waste a lot of time. I'm just going to do a second shot focused on the jetty here. Another 20 seconds, f16. There we go. Okay. I was considering getting up high on this jetty, but it's private property. There's a sign saying, please don't go any further, and so we have to respect that. So therefore, I've popped along here, just onto this little boat shed, and we'll take our next image from here. And we have got all that beautiful moody cloud behind, but what I am going to do this time is throw on a grad. So I'm going to throw on a grad, so slipping on the Nissi filter holder. While we have it, I'm just adjusting the polarizer, and you can see that it goes from being quite dark to glare because it reflected the sky. I really do like the reflections, but I'll probably pop it down and take two shots. One so you can see through the water using that polarizer, and one where you can't, reflecting that sky. So I'll need to put on a grad, I think, to tame that sky just a touch. And so I'm going to pop on. I've actually got the, what one is that? That's the 0.9 grad. So we'll pop this in just into the filter holder, and as I pull it down, you should see that that sky's darkened a tiny bit. There you go. Not too much, so I don't want to catch the top of that little boat shed and darken that unnaturally. So that's done. And if we look at the histogram, as we did earlier, to get that gap, we've come down to about 10 seconds. And I want to probably do about a minute exposure. So I think a 3-stop should do us. So if you do the calculation, that goes from 10, so 20, 40, 80. And I think as the light's rising, I think that should do us. So I'm going to focus halfway in at f16, slip on this 3-stop, and you can see everything goes dark, so I can't actually see anything at the moment. And we're in manual, so I'm just going to push this up to, I said, about a minute. Oh, and the rain, we don't want the rain. We don't want the rain at all. Which way is it coming? Left to right, I think. Let me just check. We're okay. The timing, it seems to be coming behind us. We'll give it a go. We'll give it the best we can. 60 seconds, it's saying. I'll probably just put that down to F14. 60 seconds. Let's go. If I had to complain about this shot or find something that I don't like, it's the fact that our friend the jetty we just photographed is immediately in the background, and so it does intersect a little bit with the pylons of this jetty on the slope coming down. There's not really a lot we can do about that except move to our right so that the angle's better and we clear some space between the two jetties. But again, to do that, we've got to go up onto the private property behind us, and we can't do that. So we'll make do as we are. And it's needless to say that Rafi's having a absolute ball. He's kept hold of that stone I've thrown him, and so now he's having a game of digging it out of a hole that he's made himself. There he goes. He's so happy with himself, he's decided to take a rest and sit in the hole that he's just made. So the rain's coming in, unfortunately, playing havoc with us. So we'll just have to wait for this little cloud to pass us by. So let's centre ourselves on this jetty. We'll do this in little stages. So first of all, I'm going to centre our composition. Just like this. And do we want more of that jetty in place? Like this. I think we need to be slightly to the left, I think. Yeah, that looks a bit better. So let's just make sure that we're central again. And again, I'm just going to keep an eye on this. If we're doing some shorter exposures, I won't need that 3-stop. Let's go to manual. See what we can come down to. 3 seconds, 2.5 seconds. I'll probably go to F11. See if we can get shorter exposure. A second and a half. That will probably do us. And now I want one largish wave coming in. I'll focus a third of the way in. And of course, Hobbs, you know, just the way that is the photography gods. Because while we were setting up, we got some lovely high kicking waves. Just to give it a little white edge. It's not coming up quite far enough. So some beautiful colours here now. So we'll come back this way and shoot along the surf a touch, I think. Okay, so sort of what I wanted. Quite a minimalist shot. There is a nasty little band of blue sky up there, which I don't quite like. So that may get cut out, but I'll leave it in for now and trim it later. So this is 1.5 seconds with the waves coming in and sliding back out. I think I'll probably put it up to a 16 and do the same. And we'll do several of these. The water coming in and then going out. And that should create some nice little bits of movement. We're doing a couple of faster ones just to gain a little bit more texture that I may want to paint in later on. And now I'm going to go pretty much the whole hog. I think I'm going to throw in a 10 stop, I think. So I'm focused on the boathouse. I think that's absolutely fine. I don't mind the foreground being soft because it's moving waves. So let's just bring this up to about 4 minutes-ish. The sun's rising all the time, so 4 minutes, about F13. I'm going to put a second soft grad on because that touch of blue sky on the top. just to tame that very top piece. There we go. Just to tame it. Let's go. Thanks everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Rafi and I have had a rather calm and serene photo shoot this morning. He's enjoyed himself thoroughly on the beaches, no doubt you've seen, and we get to capture these lovely little jetties. So all it leaves me to say is look after yourself, look after your loved ones. Until next time, see ya.